Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here. We're off for more of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. And in the last episode, we done a ton of grinding, about 2 hours worth. 1 hour to grind the defenders for their shield for Goofy, and an hour for the wizards to get their staff for Donald. We also did some synthesizing, and we finally successfully took down the Power Wilds. In this episode, we're going back to Olympus Coliseum to take on the Hades Cup, and this is going to take a while. We could be here for several episodes. Not entirely too sure how it's going to play out. So, yeah. Wait for the game to load, of course, because it takes a while. But yes, we have 50 entries to deal with. If that sounds a little bit daunting, that's technically true. However, there is a little caveat to that that actually lessens the blow a bit. Phil wasn't happy that I lost to you. Said I was getting soft. Not too sure how to take that. Don't miss the Hades Cup. Surprises are plenty. Still, how did Hades get to Phil that, hey, I want a cup named after myself? Let me participate as well so I can murder people. Maybe this is for the toughest of the tough. Who knows? But I did say that we had an extra cup to do because we've got 2 of them here and we've got nothing here. So obviously that would be filling up the rest of the stuff. Now, a little bit of preparation if you really need to. I don't feel like I need to prepare any more than I already have. Divine Rose I'm going to stick with. It would be nice to have Oathkeeper for that extra 1 point of magic, but I've already maxed out my charge, and I don't really want that to overflow into a block and not have extra charge. Because remember, max charge after max MP equals a technical additional block. If I pop off Cure right now, that block will be immediately refilled. So that's really helpful. Summons aren't a factor, as we are already aware. We're just going to go in, but the caveat that I mentioned about the Hades Cup, and there's also a hidden thing that has now shown up. We can actually click this. This isn't actually an unlockable. This we can actually do right now. Don't do it unless you are prepared. I'm going to leave this for a while, believe me. In fact, it's quite infamous for people who have already played this game before, or future games in the franchise. We're just going to go Hades Cup. We're going to enter together, because that's what we can do. And for some reason, he's asking us, which seed do you want to start at? We can start on the 49th, because we're obviously the 50th. Every 10 segments of seeds that you deal with is a checkpoint. If you lose at any point, you can go back to the last 10th that you've reached. So, 49, 39, 29, 19, and 9. You can start at any one of those points as long as you make it past it. This is going to be nothing but battling Heartless. No pickups, but prizes are plenty. Let's go. So, I've got 3 elixirs, I've got 3 high potions, I've got an ether in there somewhere. I feel like I'm adequately prepared. We've got the best cure spell, we've got most of our best spells, and of course we start off with the weaker riffraff first, then we get to the stronger Heartless later on. And we're just one-shotting those shadows. That training really paid off. I mean, we didn't get a lot of experience. Well, I'd say we got a lot of experience, but we didn't get that many level ups during our level grind last episode, so because it wasn't really for level grinding specifically, it was for money grinding for both the achievement and for the rest of the weapons in the store, getting the 2 weapon drops that are super rare at like 2% or 0.2%, one of the 2, and well, obviously we wanted to take out the Power Wilds at least once on screen, and even though we didn't get the power crystal drop from Wyverns, just beat enough of them and they will eventually drop it. I just got a bit unlucky, but I wanted to show off that little multi-phase battle in the Gizmo shop because we're never going to go back in there, and I wanted to show that off as well. So yeah, we've also got to deal with the hammer legs here, but hey, even though we're fighting enemies here and their strength is equal to the power level of this level, obviously bosses do not attribute to that, so there could be some hidden surprises of difficulty within this very cup, but the more Heartless we knock out, the more blueprints we can get from Geppetto, and that will bump us up to those numbers as well. Plus, there's a lot of trophies, PlayStation Network related, that we can earn as well if you're playing on the PS3 or PS4 version of Final Mix. So we're going to be here for a while. I'm not going to be speeding up any of these battles. Actually. Oh, I did not change. Oh, no. I forgot that I used to have stop-go on both my shortcuts. That's bad. I might want to leave on after we make it past the 49th seed. That was a bit of a boo-boo on my part. I thought I still had gravity. Right, you know what? Let's just pop that off. Yeah, I kind of screwed that up a bit. Oh, thanks, Donald. I wasn't expecting to be healed at that HP threshold. Thanks. Wow. Nothing but motor mouth so far. Oh yeah, one rare truffle. Why bother? This is a waste of time. Just whack it. I didn't even want to walk over and smack it one. I'm going to highlight Blizzard so it's at least on the shortcut.
That's the power of the Keyblade.
But yeah, no reward, no item drops from the enemies. But we do have Yuffie on the 44th, so we actually got a bit of a boss here. But we can take out Yuffie by herself pretty easily. So, for some reason I could not pop off a Sonic there. That was strange. There we are. She's almost knocked out already. She pretty much she has the exact same stats as before. So she's not really that difficult. Especially since she's on her own this time. Just wail on her and she'll go down pretty quick. And she's done just like that. So I think she still gives the same amount of experience as before. But other than that, pretty much done. We blasted through that so quick it was ridiculous. Plus, we get the Gendy shield for taking out Yuffie solo. For Goofy. So, since I need to actually swap my shortcuts around, because I forgot to do that in between videos, I might actually have a look at that before we start the 39th seed. 39th seed, excuse me. So we might have a little bit of a change, but I'm not going to be doing that every 10 seeds, because I would rather just go all the way through it at once. I just forgot to change my shortcuts. Plus, I actually forgot to show the two weapons that we brought from the item store, Huey and Dewey and Louie, Donald's nephews. That was a little bit of a boo-boo on my part. It kind of passed me by. Didn't think to do so. But I do want to talk about something about that 2-hour grinding that I managed to, like, squish down to 5 minutes. While recording, I thought it was going to be quite a nightmare to edit it up, but it didn't actually take me that long, because what I did when I was recording, because I was doing with commentary as well to talk about stuff like that missing chest, as well as the reaction of actually getting the drop, which both took an hour to get. Every time I got a level up, or got an ability, changed the ability, or, you know, just picked up anything, I pretty much said it out loud, so that when I look during editing, the audio file has a bit of a spike. And that pretty much made it easier for me to find the points that I actually got anything important in that I wanted to show off. So it was easier to edit. Yes, it was still an hour worth of footage for both grinds in order to get through, but hey, MP Rage and Defense up for Sora. That's exactly what I was doing for the level up. I just say them out loud just like that. But yeah, it was a lot less of a hassle. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of a screen fade out right here. So I think this means we are now on the next bunch of stages to go through. Unless we got a behemoth. This one is orange looking. Is he yet another different type? Well, he has actually got more HP, an extra half of an energy bar, more than the one that came out of the keyhole at Hollow Bastion. The ones that we fought in End of the World had one health bar less than that, and this one has half an energy bar more than that. But he's going to go down just the same. I tried to use gravity there, that sucks. Really need to change that after we beat this guy, because we'll be on the 39th seed, but yeah, once we take this guy out, I'll leave and sort that out. But he's basically exactly the same as every other behemoth. I don't know why they have to have multiple different versions for Final Mix just to justify the different HP, because I'm pretty sure that in the original non-Final Mix versions, it's just a behemoth with different HP. And they pretty much are. I guess it just gives it a bit of visual flair for different colour schemes and all that, but it's not really necessary. Even though I do like this fire-looking design. Looks pretty lit, if you get what I mean. Alright, let's jump on his booty. If I can. I might have to hop on his knee. There we go, his thigh. There we are. And then we can just keep on wailing on him. I would pop off a couple of gravities if it was on a shortcut, but I'm just going to whack him. At least I can pop off those gravities, but it doesn't really help a lot. He's almost done, though. Come on, guys, get him. Right, I'm going to start rolling away. Bloody hell, the range of that is ridiculous. Wow, that was an easy, quick flip right there. Oh, don't Santetsu, Sora, what are you doing? You crazy boy. Alright, let's try and jump on his front paws. I don't normally have a good enough time jumping on his front paws. I normally just go behind, because his butt's small compared to the rest of his body, and he's done. There we are. Just poofs out of nowhere, and we lock up for some reason. I can't even access my shortcuts to heal. Yeah, for some reason when you take out a behemoth, that happens. But hey, we got an upgrade to our Blizzard spell, which is very nice and tantalizing. But we need to leave, so I can't pause here. Yeah, notice that when we have to deal with big bosses, the arena disappears as well as the pillars. Yeah, I'm on the 39th seed now, so I should be able to leave. If not, I'll just have to speed back up here. Right, let me leave quickly. I don't want to restart. If you click restart, it will actually send you all the way back to the 50th or 49th seed. So, don't do that. But yeah, let me sort this out. I need Graveria. Stopgun's not going to be helpful here. Eroga might be nice. But I like a bit of Blizzard, so I'll go back to that for a change, just to give a bit of spread damage, like for those pots. I really wanted to do that. Even though, actually, is Thunder going to be better? Let me go back to customize here, because, oh no, we just got an upgrade to Blizzarga, so to our Blizzard spell, so it's actually better. Fair enough. Might as well, while we're here, let's have a look at the Jendi shield. It's a 10 strength shield, so if we didn't go for the Defender, and we did not get the Mighty shield, like if we came here beforehand, because Yuffie's so easy to defeat, we get a very large, very decent shield. A shield of surpassing offensive and defensive strength. So, very large hitbox, and 1 point strength higher than a Herc shield, so Yuffie's shield actually trumps Herc's shield. A Ninja shield trumps a God shield. Okay. This is what the Adamant shield is, it's just purple with blue highlights. That's pretty much all it is. Where is it? The Onyx shield we already had a look at. Let's go to Donald quickly. The Grand Mallet is just a yellow hammer, which actually looks pretty squeaky considering the hammer's actual design, with a green handle. Wait, is they actually the longest weapons? Wait, let me go back to Wizard's Relic here and then go back to Grand Mallet. Yeah, it's just better overall. Seriously. Kind of makes me laugh on how that works. Of course, they're shop weapons, so they're not going to be the best. But yeah, Wisdom Staff, just white tip instead of the red tip that the others have. So they're pretty much the same regardless, just another cosmetic swap. But yeah, that's all I wanted to show off. So let's get back in there. Let's go back to the Hades Cup, enter together. There we are. See, 15th now, we're on the 39th, so we can go back to the 39th. So let's pick up where we left off and continue onwards. Like I said, didn't mean to forget about changing my shortcuts. Wasn't going to actually leave, and I was going to do it all in one sitting, but kind of had to. But yep, it's the exact same seed that we just left off, so we can actually continue from here. And I'm going to pop off a Blizzarga. This is perfect. Hibuski! Look at all that tech! Double tech boost would be amazing here. Plus experience rings and necklaces and God knows what else. They would also be very nice to have. I still can't believe that Donald has like 2 MP bars higher than his health. It's like exactly clean. Well, we can't spread fire, so that's a problem, but Thunder might actually be nice here, so let's go pop one of those off. And maybe another one. I didn't hear anything. That sucks. Let's take out the Gargoyle. And another Gargoyle. With aerial sweeps coming in really good right there. That's the spinning uppercut that we have. Pretty much Link's Hurricane Spin up A, B while aerial in Smash. But actually, I don't even know if it's that anymore, because Smash Ultimate's changed that. Because it's a different Link. I don't know if it's the same skill or not. But it is for Young Link, and Toon Link still, so that's cool. It's funny, really, because Young Link's pretty much going to be the original Link, and the Breath of the Wild Link's replaced, and it's a completely new moveset, so... Well, maybe not completely new, but the bombs act differently. Because he uses the actual Sheer Slate, which is nice. I like how they wove that into his moveset. I like how I'm bringing up, like, Smash on Legend of Zelda. Speaking of which, a lot of people actually want Sora for Smash because of his vast moveset throughout all the games, and you could easily tailor Sora to be like that. I mean, he's in Smash Flash and Mugen. I don't know what Mugen is, it's like a fan-made fighting game which has literally characters of everything. Problem with this one is that we got green Requiems with a black fungus. Take out the greens first before taking out the black fungus. Even though I did it the other way round. That's my power level right there, showing. I'm not over-leveled by any means. It does get tougher the further you go in. I mean, if you remember when we looked through before on the board, we had a bunch of phases where it just doesn't tell you how many you got to fight, like with Invisibles, Shadows, and Dark Balls. It's like, how many Invisibles are we going to have to fight in that? If the board doesn't even know how many they're going to be, then how are we supposed to know? No one does. Yeah, I might as well do that for some extra experience, why not? It doesn't cost much magic. I get that magic back in about 2 whacks anyway, due to MP haste. It pretty much doubles the amount of charge you get from every whack or MP orb that you pick up. Because it speeds up MP recovery. We've got a stealth sneak here, and you all know what that means. We're going to have to continuously wail on him for more than his actual HP bar before he decides to drop. I mean, it's got something to do with that laser attack that he does, but because the animation stops him from actually falling, I was just making sure I took out the green Requiems. Just to be on the safe side, but it still is annoying because it's like he hits 0 health, and even though this guy has a different colour palette, I believe he's exactly the same as the one that we fought in Deep Jungle against, well, fighting against Clayton. He doesn't have a separate entry in the journal, I'm pretty sure. Unless it's different in Final Mix, but that one actually went down relatively quickly. That can actually kill a time trial run through this, because you're going to have to waste a lot of time before he actually decides to drop. You have no control over it. It's when he decides to stop doing his laser, and the 1 HP ain't going to go away unless you smack him, so it's just better to continuously smack him until he falls. But that's still a bit unfair, because he's got, like, no HP, he should be dead like 100 whacks ago, and you're still attacking him. That phase was quick! I say phase, it's a seed, but you know what I mean. It's the same thing. Same difference. That went, like, so fast. Got a bunch of shadows and wizards here, but it's pointless doing spread damage. Donald got a strength up, that's nice. Right, let's go over here and fail your teleport, thank you. Get wrecked, sucker. Give you a swift uppercut to the nuts. It's like taking a super scope to the nuts. Yeah, I wasn't putting up with that. I'll use magic power to whack through you. Why is Thunder the spell that makes them immune? They don't. It's funny. They have Fire, Blizzard, Thunder, and then they have Gravity and a Teleport. But that's all they have. They can also do Dark Minds. Wow, nice use, Donald. Let's hit everybody here. They're all going to fall at once. And because Donald's got so much magic, it lasts for so long. Plus, it's the best stop spell that we have, Stop Gus. So the multiplier is just insane. But even though I was using them on the Sniper Wilds, even if I did bump up my magic a bit so it would last a little bit longer, they're made to resist it quite a bit, so... Oh, looks like the arena's changed again. We've got Cerberus yet again! Yeah, we haven't fought this guy in a while, and he gave me a bit of trouble last time, especially since we didn't have Cure, which I like to actually fight him once I get Cure, but... Because I find him a lot harder than Clayton in the Stealth Sneak, but... You know, I managed to do it. I mean, I've done it before. It's just that I prefer to fight him with Cure, so I don't have to rely on items, and you only have a... It's funny, because items are consumables, but you also have a limited amount, like how many you can hold. Cure, as long as you can keep your magic up by attacking the enemy all the time, you can, like, always heal. As long as you can pop it off. I mean, Leaf Bracer would be nice, but Sword doesn't give that quite a bit if you chose the Sword as your main weapon. It's kind of crazy, because whatever you give up is basically going to be your weakest stat. And whatever you choose is going to be your best stat. But whatever you choose also determines what your level ups are going to be, other than your stat boosts. Stat boosts are the same, but abilities is what is different. So, and you may not even get the most HP, the most item storage or accessory slot upgrades. So you may not get all of them, but I always prefer using the sword, because if you're not using magic, you're always going to be using attacks. Excuse me, I jump cancelled my own healing. That sucks. With high jump, we are actually able to ride Cerberus pretty easily, but hitting him isn't exactly the easiest thing to do. The thing is, because we're so high level now, I don't mind wailing on him, because we can take him down so quick, and even then, when we take a hit, we've got Cure, and it's the best Cure, so we can easily counteract the damage that he outputs. So, yeah, not really much strategy going on right now, but defeating Cerberus gets us another Thunder spell. So that's 2 Thunder spells that we get in this level alone. And now we got the best one. So that's damage right there. And considering that that has better spread, that it goes from where it casts outwards, instead of what's in front of you, like with Blizzard, can be helpful, but it costs a whole magic point still, while Blizzard just, you know, only eats up a bit and can spread like that. Weakening them all and just whacking them. And I think they actually took a lot of damage from that. So, very helpful. And as I said before, more magic means not only more magic casts, but the stronger your magic and summons are. Or how long they last for. 6 Surge Ghosts. That doesn't exactly sound too threatening. Here, Booski! That worked. And I deflected your hands pretty well there, actually. Wasn't that 25 tech? That's a lot of tech for no boost being active. I like how I had those quite active. early on in the Let's Play, and I haven't equipped them since, because we've got so many abilities now, and I haven't been using my AP ups. But yeah, since we can actually synthesize AP ups, you can pretty much make sure that everyone has every ability equipped. Even if you're not using accessories like ability studs, or something like, what was it? A Runner's Belt. So, or even Crystal Crowns for that matter. Yeah, I'm popping off a Blizzard every time now, it's just so helpful. Plus, these gauntlets don't even mean nothing. That's why I focus on them first, if possible, because you can easily take them out, because they've got, like, no health, and they do a lot of damage, so it's just worth taking them out faster than the Heartless. I mean, they are part of a boss, so they would be the bigger threat. I need a heal. Donald's running very low on magic right now, but that should be fine. Because he's got decent attack power as well. Oh, here we go. Here's the first mob battle, in a way. We got an unknown amount of shadows to defeat. At least we can one-shot. Well, I can one-shot them. Oh, Goofy can as well. I think Donald has to two-shot. No! Donald can two-shot them as well. One-shot them, excuse me. So we can one-shot every single one of these guys. You know what? Bugger it. Just do that. Okay, magic isn't actually one-shotting them. That's actually kind of bad. Do shadows resist magic quite a bit? Is that it? Yep, that's it. Goofy got AP up. The final one gave us the point. So yeah, they just kind of multiply. That's how the unknown amount of enemies works. You take out one wave, and you basically just have multiple waves within the wave. So it's like this. Not only is there like 50 waves or 49 waves in the Hades Cup, but some of those seeds or waves have waves within them, like that what we just had. It's kind of ridiculous. In a way, that's kind of cheating, but they mostly just reserve them to one type of Heartless. So there's, you just got to take out this many shadows, this many invisibles, this many dark balls. Invisibles is what's the scariest one, but you get what I mean. So we've actually got an actual an opposite armor to deal with right here. An opposite armor, not one of the guard armor imitations, which is known as the red armor, like the hands and feet that we were fighting. This is the real thing from Traverse Town's Keyhole. So that's kind of crazy. Especially since that most of the bosses don't actually have a tally for how many you've beaten, because most of the time you're going to fight them once. But even though they do count as a Heartless being beaten, the journal doesn't tally it. So if you're going to keep track on every Heartless you've beaten, even though there's not really much need to since the game does it itself for both trophies and Geppetto, yeah, just keep that in mind. Oh, I'm done already. Wow. This is going quicker than I thought, to be honest. I'm only at 24 minutes. And we're already halfway through, just over. We might be able to actually do this all in one sitting. Let's pop that off, weaken everybody, and then finish them off with a combo. Well, they probably would finish off in a combo anyway. Did I just take that mid-attack right before I finished? Nice. And that's that phase done already. You know what, Goofy, you can have a heal. You would like down to half health. Not really necessary, but yeah, why not? I've got the magic to spare. I haven't been using special attacks that much anyway. Wyverns! Would be nice if you could drop me a power crystal. But I'm going to be doing material grinding after we've done most of this, because I don't want to be too over-leveled for this. Make it a little bit challenging. But I also wanted the weapons because the extra magic helps. Of course, I didn't equip anything that gives me a magic boost, but I lose too much strength in my critical bonuses. Well, unless I go for Oathkeeper, but the one magic point. I'd rather have the extra attack power, because it's like a 5 on top. So yeah, I've just been mostly talking about strategies, setting up, and stuff like that. Kind of running out of things to say at this point. But we're going to have another boss in a moment anyway, because we're on the 21st seed, so... Came out at a nice time. Can I target you, please, and gravity you? That'd be nice. Actually, I don't think I've actually talked about how gravity works. I mean, I have mentioned that the better the spell, the more HP percentage you can take off of Heartless, or enemies in general. But the field that you cast gets bigger every time as well. Same goes for Stop, as I mentioned before. Magic power doesn't seem to impact the actual amount of damage. Now, here's the thing with this. Cloud is the one I want to leave for later, because I want to focus on Leon more so, because he can do long-range attacks. Cloud has to actually get up in your grill in order to hit you. Yes, he's got Sonic Blade, but that's the thing. Plus, Leon has that limit break, I think I can't remember what it's called, but he makes that crystal sword of his that gives him immense range, so it's just better to wail on him quickly and take him out. Thanks, Donald! Let's do another strike raid here. I feel like I can push it. Plus, Cloud is, you know, poster boy of the Square Enix, like, Final Fantasy series, so of course he'll be more better than Leon in general, but Leon's obviously a little bit more unique because of, you know, he's changed his name in this game, but he's almost down already. That's cool. Donald's been keeping up on the healing, which is super nice, and he's done. Out of here. Now we can focus on Cloud. Plus, Cloud has that invincibility nonsense as well when he reaches a certain amount of health, and you don't really want to be dealing with that, trying to dodge that while Leon's attacking as well, so I tend to take out Leon first. Whatever damage goes to... oh, shoot. Whatever damage goes to Cloud will be fine, and then we can focus on him while he's the only target remaining. Oh, you're going to do that? Let me do that with you, boy. Let's tango. Oh, he's invincible. That sucks. Okay, this is bad. Thankfully, we have MP Rage, so if I do take a hit, I'll be able to pop the heal off. But if we dodge right at the right time, or block, we should be fine as well. But where the hell's he going? Wow, he did not last very long there. Oof. That's fine. That's not fine. Okay, I do not have MP Rage. That's actually something I'm seriously lacking. Oh dear. Oh wait, did I not just get that, like, in between battles, like, on the first 10 when I didn't equip it? I'm a moron. Oh well. It shouldn't be that judgmental. Goofy, would you mind using some of your skills? You got all that magic and you're not going to use them? Right. There we are, got a couple of hits off, so I've got a cure ready. You know, let's slide in and whack him. There we are. Oh, I didn't need a heal. That was bad. I didn't realise Donald healed me. Oops. Well, we did it anyway. I had to take it slow at the end there. But because we defeated Leon for the first time in the Hades Cup, we get a weapon based off of him, the Lionheart. We've already got the Metal Chocobo, which is based off of Cloud, so that's not a thing. Of course, once you reach the 10th seeds, if you're a little bit low on resources, you can just quit, touch the save point, and then come back in. That is kind of a cheap way on getting through, but you might be able to do that for the time trial. I think you have to actually go through the whole thing in half an hour. And I don't think we're at a good enough power level to just blast through the enemies that quickly. Right now I have no magic, so I can't really do anything to this guy except for trying to get behind him and whack him with an... oh, what's it called? Aerial... I forget what it's called. Aerial something. Aerial sweep, that's it. Because the... no, it's not aerial sweep, that's the uppercut. You know what I mean, it's the one that makes us do the horizontal thing. The helm splitter in Zelda. The name's escaping me right now. 3 fat bandits, 4 red nocturnes. I think I know what I'm popping off. I can't do it. Damn it! I could pop it off after I hit this guy. No, I still don't have enough. Why are you not giving me any charge, game? My lord, I'm getting nothing. What's up with that? Still didn't get anything. Got a level up there, but I wasn't paying attention to what I got. Damn it. Because I was looking at my charge, I was wondering why I wasn't getting anything. It's like barely anything. False angels, angel stars I might want to deal with. I don't know why we got large bodies here, but there we go. Yeah, that attack that we just did. That attack. Wow, we took them out quickly. Still would like some magic, please. I know I don't have MP gift. And you know what, bugger it. I'm going to pop off the ether. I want a bit of magic. For some reason I'm not getting any charge while whacking enemies. All of a sudden I'm not getting my haste. What's up with that? Oh, we got a dark ball mob. Didn't know what to call it then. We've got multiple waves of dark balls to deal with. If we just whack him quickly, there we go. Alright, let's do it this direction. I was hoping for the other attack. That attack, that's it. Because now I could have sweeped all the way through them. Let's come over this way and do that. Yeah, I'm getting like no charge all of a sudden. What's up with that? That's so confusing. That's a lot of dark balls. How about some spaghetti with your meatballs? Not with this meatballs. These meatballs are bad. They're bad juju. I don't know what I'm on about. We're done. This is the final one. Don't you disappear, you son of a bitch. I'll eat your face. So I was just making pasta and food jokes. It kind of makes sense. So yeah, we got a little bit of a different stage this time. I haven't talked about that so far. It's a bit of a circular arena, and the border, well, the force field borders actually follow suit with that. It's not a square, so we have a little bit more field of range. but they're also trees, and it's kind of odd on why that's the case. Especially since, well, what we've got for these 10 battles, as the boss for these 10 battles, like the main boss, for you to reach your checkpoint, is fire type. So yeah, because if you remember, when we checked the thing, Hades is not number 1, he's number 10. So when we get to this point, we'll be fighting Hades, and yet if he's fire, why are they trees? That don't really make much sense to me. You'd think they'll still be pillars. Oh, we got invisibles now. They're here. We're getting into the really hard stuff now. Enemies got lots of health, and they're going to output the damage. And you know what? That was actually worth. I just took them both out at once. Can you stop with that? Thank you. Don't exactly like your shocking experience. I say as I smack him out of existence. You know, the way that I see how the Keyblade works when it comes to releasing hearts from Heartless is that it pretty much unlocks the seal on the Heartless itself so that the heart can leave. Maybe that's why, but at the same time, Keyblades are like weapons of light, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but... I don't know why I'm going on about that now all the times, but... Yeah, it's like, you would expect, like, I don't know... to actually have some light motifs. Like with the Master Sword, it's like it's actually made by the goddess Hylia. The handle's like got wings, so it's got a bit of a holy thing to it. I mean, this one's called the Divine Rose, but the Kingdom Key? I mean, what sounds so divine about that? I don't know. Maybe it's because it saves the kingdoms, or it's the key to the kingdoms, like the worlds, you know. I don't know, symbolism, but at the same time, it's kind of funny how you have a Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts, and then in most Final Fantasies, you have a Gunblade, which is kind of funny because, you know, that's actually less of a concept, because you look at Leon's weapon, and it's a Gunblade, of course. It's like the first Gunblade of the series, but there's no actual place for the bullets to shoot from. If there was just a hole, like at the tip of the blade or something, that would make a bit of sense, but there isn't. It just shoots fireballs, and you can do that with the Keyblade as well, as like a magical conduit, like a massive magic wand that you can whack people with. So it's like, I don't know. At least with lightnings it makes sense, because it can fold up and be put away. It can be used as a gun in that form, but it folds out into a sword. So at least that makes sense. So I guess, you know, they caught up on that, and it's just a staple for Leon's weapon to not have the hole.
Yo, hey, how you doing, everybody? Yeah, got a minute? Hades, Lord of the Dead, nice to see you. Hey, guess what? I got a place for you.
Don't know why you had to introduce yourself, Hades. We've already met. You actually allowed us to enter the games. And now we're going to punch you and you're not even number 1. He's got a full health bar. Literally maximum. In fact, he's got over maximum. We're whacking him right now and it's not even going down. This is the first instance where some enemies can actually have over the maximum HP. We just got to continuously whack him until his health decides to start dropping. So he's got 2 purple bars, and you would think that they could have at least the little black line that we now see, because we've taken that first bar off, just go down, even though both sides are still purple, so at least then we know how much damage we're doing. But no, he had over the maximum for an enemy, which is why they kind of changed how HP was displayed in later games. Which is kind of funny, because they made them do that themselves, and it's even like that on easy difficulties. So it's not something that you would see on harder difficulties. You can see, enemies pretty much have the same HP, it's just attack and defense attributes are different. There's no actual way to dodge this, you can't jump over, so the best way to do it is just to run along with the attack, or use Super Glide at a very wide angle. Now, here's the thing, when he's red, it's kind of a problem to fight him, but if you keep on blizzarding him, it does do damage, but it can make him cool off into his blue state a lot quicker. For what I have seen from personal experience. I need to heal Donald right now. I'd rather heal Donald so he can heal Goofy. Yeah, that fireball's annoying, but I think you can deflect that. Yes, there we are. Donald got a level up for that as well because of the tech, and that knocks him down, stuns him, so we can get a couple of nice whacks in. Now feel the heat. That means we've got to start dodging the attacks. Oh boy, that was bad. Donald! Donald! There you go. I call his name, he gets the message. Didn't press triangle, but there we go. So now he's blue, so he's calmed down a bit. Which is kind of funny, because he's actually down to his last 2 energy bars now. Ah, this flamethrower nonsense. Blizzard him to knock him out of it. Or wait until he spreads it out wide, and then attack through the middle. Okay, he's going to get angry again. We're going this way. Hades is pretty easy, which is kind of funny, because when I was young, I just mashed attacked. I hope to God I could beat him, because he's like, he's the Lord of the Underworld, how can I beat him? And it's like, he's quite simple. Ah, I thought my attack was going to go off to bounce that mag. Hibisky! Get 60 tech for blocking just one of those orbs. You want to grind experience? Slap on both 2 tech boosts and any experiences that equipment that you can, and just block those shots. Because that's going to go from like 60 to 120 to 240 and then some. Per block. That is insanity. There we go. Plus, you get an additional 4 for actually landing the hit with the block. No, come on, he's got nothing. Got him. 3,000 experience for the feat in Hades. We're on the final set of battles. Just whack him into that area.
Hey, what are you doing? Stop! Hey guys, get away from me! Oh, come on!
I think the Heartless got mad that he lost. No wonder he's not number 1 in his own bloody cup. We also got Ansem Reports 8. Yeah, we have never fought Hades before. That's the first time that we did. You can completely bypass it. And he was holding one of the Ansem Report pages that we were missing. But we're still not done yet. We just beat Hades. We're over at 36 minutes, but we've got to keep going because I'd rather have the entire cup in one video than not at all. It is a gauntlet. It does take a while, but, you know, can't really avoid that. Not too sure if I'm going to be able to do the time trial. We might have to leave that for a bit. But I definitely want to do solo. That's going to be fun. But we'll have to cover that in the next episode. For now, though, we just got to keep pushing on. The battle arena hasn't actually changed either, actually. We're still going on. Right, so let's just whack you out quickly before you start wonder winging. Ouch. They crossed the fires! Wow, that looked awesome. It hurt me, but it was awesome looking. Right, let's go over here. Don't you dare teleport. Every time I swing, I hit them. How did I hit that guy? Just caught him on, like, the very end of the swing there. Yeah, I didn't even bother swinging. I knew he was going to teleport as soon as I reached him. Where have you gone? There you are. Oh, come... Bugger off! That's annoying. It's like they cast thunder right when you hit them, so it just deflects the hit right when it would have killed them. And then you have to wait and dodge and take hits, or just use a special attack to go right through, but that costs 2 points. Okay, we're on another stealth sneak here. I don't really want to deal with that, so I'm going to take out the invisibles first, because the stealth sneak's not really that big of an issue. Oh, really? I haven't even hit you once, and you're already using your desperation attack. You kidding me? Right, let's jump here. There we are. Hopefully the stealth sneak won't get in our way on finishing off these invisibles quick. Thankfully, it only takes us 2 combos with the amount of criticals that we do. If we've got another defense up, we're getting tons of experience here. This is actually really good to grind, because then at least then you don't have the chance on actually dying and getting the game over. And if you want to keep your chances to actually have, you know, the undefeated trophy for beating the game without taking a game over and having to reload your save and lose experience, this is a really good place to grind. Just keep going through the Hades Cup over and over. And you get so much variety as well. Yes, you don't get pickups, but you don't have a chance of a game over. If you get knocked out, you just get kicked out. Whatever items you've used is really your only penalty. Why 3 mushrooms here? They're not going to give me anything. And the funny thing is, they do every pose. So, excuse me, I was walking towards this one. It's like 3 times. And I've noticed that Goofy hasn't used any of his special skills at all. He's pretty much been at 6 MP this whole time. I mean, you've got all your skills active. Why are you not using them? I'm pretty sure I haven't set you to occasionally use them, because I don't think you've used them once. Maybe if I, yeah, like, trigger him by mashing triangle. Yeah, Goofy just doesn't seem to be wanting to attack in this. He's just here. It's funny how I've only just noticed that now, about almost 40 minutes in. No, it is 40 minutes in. Wow. I just looked at the clock. Oh boy. This is ridiculous. It just keeps going on. And we've got a lot of more battles. As you see here, we got both Shadows and Dark Balls. It's kind of funny how common Dark Balls have become. They become like the new Shadows. Which I guess makes sense, because they can make themselves invulnerable by going invisible. When they pop out, they attack. And it's instantaneous. That's a thing. Yeah, maybe I should have given him MP gift. Would be a lot more useful with his magic at this point. Oh, we got 2 stealth sneaks. These guys really like to eat up your time. So let's just keep whacking them. Because that's all we can do. We've actually made both of them appear at the same time. Already down to 1 bar left. 3/4, 2/3, half, third, quarter, 32. And now, whenever you decide to drop, would be no. Oh wow, timing, nice. All right, let's focus on you. You got 1 energy bar left. It should be easy enough. Almost done. Let's get over it. Oh, whoops. Okay, let's go. Oh, what the hell? I got stuck. I'm stuck on the other dude's corpse. I tried to super glide, but somehow I got stuck on the corpse of the other one. You're not doing the attack when you're walking around. You weren't dying. Excuse me. If it's bugged so that when you're doing your laser attack you're invincible, if you're walking around you're not doing the attack, so you should have died. Not take a step first, then die. Even when you know what the bug is, it still cheats. We got wizards, defenders, and wyverns, and it's a mob battle. Yeah, we gotta take out a bunch of defenders alongside wyverns this time. Thankfully, they don't always spawn as such. This time it's just wizards. Oh my, no, I'm not dealing with this. There we are. Oh, what are you doing all the way over there? No, die, please. Get you with the slap shot. Yeah, I'm popping that off. Take you out quick. Yeah, I really wanted to get those weapons done beforehand. The best thing is that because it's just a traditional cup, even though it is the hardest cup, as it's not like a special match like that question mark that we saw, we don't really need to worry about all the equipment that we could have got from Synthesis if we went out of our way to grind those up in the first place, so I'm not really too miffed about that. But basically, I'm going to be probably doing like a bit of grinding for the Final Mix exclusive enemies off screen, synthesize a few more on screen, and then I'll just keep cutting back in and out every time I've grabbed items, because we pretty much covered every enemy and every item drop thus far, and I'm saying that now in this video, so we are aware of what's going to happen in the next video, just to fill up the time. But we're almost done. We're on the semi-final match. Dark Ball, Angel Stars, and Invisible Mob Battle. Invisibles in a mob battle. We've read that earlier on before, but we haven't had to experience it until now. Thankfully, there's not that many of them, so don't worry. It's mostly the Dark Balls that are going to be your common enemy to deal with. And if you just take out the Invisibles quickly, they won't do the Desperation attack, they won't be able to whack you. 2 combos with the Divine Rose should be good enough. Maybe even 1 if you're lucky with crits. You just get like crit every hit. Especially on the combo finisher, because that's when you're really out for the damage. Holy crap, I'm knocking these guys out super quick. And you know what? The final battle of this entire cup is actually kind of a pushover. Kind of a nice chill final fight for you to finish off with. I've never died to it once. Funny how that Hades is actually tougher, and yet he's only number 10. But number 1, it's really just because of the scope of the enemy that he's ahead of Hades, but Hades is like the Lord of the Underworld. He should be number 1. Especially since, as I keep mentioning, it's his own cup, so it just doesn't make sense. Don't you dare. Thank you. Still got another phase to go through. All this experience will be ours. Can I please? You know what? I just wasn't allowed to attack there for... Wow, man! I can't attack! Even after popping off a gravity. I got AP up at least. Oh my lord, I'm just getting juggled. There's too many invisibles, and they're both just chaining their desperation attacks. One pops one off, and then the other one pops the other one off when he reappears. It's nothing but a never-ending cycle of flames that close in on you. How do I not hit you there? Thank you, Donald! Oh my lord. That leaf bracer from Donald, man. He was able to pop it off and Stu got hit. But, we are here. And still, Goofy's at max MP. Did I forget to equip his abilities again or something? I'm pretty sure I did. We've got this far without him, so it's not that big of an issue. But I'm still a little bit miffed about that. But what I was saying about the scope, well, the music's already playing before he's loaded in. The Rock Titan. We are fighting a Titan at the end of the Hades Cup. And he is huge. Guess what? He's an absolute pushover. He's got 1 bar on top of maximum. I believe it's either 1 or 2, depending on how many times I have to whack him here. But every time you hit him, you get 1 tech point. That would be 2 if you have any attack boosts on, and any more on top will double it even more so. Once you've hit his legs enough times, he'll fall over and you can just hit his head. Or heads. There we are. His health is dropping very quickly, so he had 2 energy bars on top of the first purple. So he has 3 purple bars of health. And yeah, this is all he does. He just walks around, you knock him down, he whacks his heads on you. Then when he stands up, you fall off. He doesn't really attack. In fact, his steps don't even cause that big of a shockwave for you to get hit when you're wailing on his legs. That's the only devastating attack that he can possibly do. Just land on you. But other than that, he's a pushover. Literally. We just keep whacking him in the kneecaps, and he'll go down like nobody else. And if we keep doing aerial attacks, which are faster, he can never hit us with his shockwave. So, yeah, there we go. He's down again already. He's got 1 health bar remaining. Just keep whacking him. Don't bother doing that, Sora. I mean, that hits both his heads, so it does a lot more damage, but still. And we are done. 4,000 experience on top of every hit that we dealt. And we've won the Hades Cup. And that is another trophy, both in-game and on the PlayStation Network, in the bag. If I didn't have to reorganise my shortcut menu, I would have been able to do that in one sitting. I just forgot to change it in between videos, and that was the only reason why. For Daisy. That's how we finish this off. Take down the Rock Titan for Daisy.
We're the champs!
What, is my hair out? Phil's actually happy that we went through it, and for our reward, we get our own limit attack. Trinity Limit. This is not a Trinity that you can go and find, because they were all colours. That is an ability. Trinity Limit. Channel the party's remaining HP to crush surrounding foes. It costs all of Sora's MP to use, but it only requires a minimum of 3 to actually use it. Doesn't matter how much magic you actually have in order to use it, it's just a final desperation screen nuke. And it only costs 1 point of experience. We will pop that off and show that off at any given moment. Problem is, it can be popped off whenever you have more than 3 MP. So, if you're nowhere near any enemies to use any of the other skills, Trinity Limit will be on your reaction command, or the question mark at the bottom of the menu on PS2. And that will be used, and all your magic will be gone. But we haven't seen it yet. We will use that at some point, but that is the Hades Cup. We got the trophy, both in-game and out of game. And we have all the checkpoints available to us on the Hades Cup itself. But we can enter alone with just Sora. I think the checkpoints still apply in just Sora, but we're going to leave that for next episode. Yep, we're going to be having yet another round of this. We've already seen it, so it'll probably be clicked around. But I don't think you can use Trinity Limit on your own, so we won't be seeing that there, and we won't be able to pop it off. But with that, I know this video is quite long, almost borderline 50 minutes. So, in the next episode, guys, we will do more of the Hades Cup. See you guys next time.
Yo, hey, how you doing, everybody? Yeah, got a minute? Hades, Lord of the Dead, nice to see you. Hey, guess what? I got a place for you. Feel the heat.